This is the top part of my bed frame. I wanted to show you here, there's a 2x4 at the very front. This is the front of it right here. And then you have two 2x6s that go on that bed frame. Now this one 2x6 is where you bolt the 4-inch piece of wood on that, the sliding part. You bolt it to this one in two places. So that holds it into place like that. Now this second one, you have to put it wherever this comes up to, whatever angle you decide that you want this backrest to be, that's where you put this other 2x6, so that when you're setting, it rests right on that 2x6, and this front one supports the very front of the board. So that's how you're setting it up. So it'll make a difference what angle that you decide to make that. See, if I want that to be taller like that, then I'd have to put this 2x6 way back here. Another thing I'd like to point out is when you're, make sure I've got my camera right. Okay, when you're building the front of this, you've got these two boards here. It sits on 4 legs. This goes to the very back of your car and sets back down just as far back as you can get it. And rests inside there. This front one needs to be setting on the wooden floor that you built. It needs to be just up on the front edge of that wooden floor, so you can put some braces, some L braces right here, and screw it into the floor and screw it into that leg, and that'll hold your bed into place so it doesn't move around. Or at least that's the way I did it. Some people just set it in there and let it move around, but I didn't think that was very good. I anchored the front legs down. I even anchored the back legs down. I wound up anchoring this back part down to those a place where I had some bolts that screwed into the bed of the car with a 2x4, and then I brought it up to this frame and anchored that part down too. You don't have to do that. This would probably hold it pretty good all by itself. Okay, now the measurements of this bed frame I wanted to give to you, like I said, it's for a 6-foot bed. Yours may be different, but I thought, well, if you want to copy mine and make it easier, then that's fine with me. I don't care. This total length here from the back edge to the front edge was 55 inches for my bed. These legs in the back were 16 inches tall. And this little leg here was 6 3/4 inches for me. And like I said, I had a 7.5 inch pad, so I had to account for that. If you have a 4-inch pad, you may want to make your legs a little taller. You could get it a little higher, give you more room underneath your bed. That's up to you. Like I say, it was 9 inches right here to the top of the plywood from the floor, and the little leg was 6 3/4 inch. So that's the way mine came out. The width of my frame was 39.5 inches wide. That's what I had to do to you got to allow a little bit for the sliding part to hang over, and then the cushion hang over a little bit more from that. But basically that's it. If you take these measurements and use them, adjust them as you need to, you can find, I'm going to take you outside and show you the hardware that I mainly used to put all this together with. It didn't take much hardware, the same 2 things. I'll show you. Okay, you can see here the hinges that I put on here, and here's the 2 anchor bolts where I anchor it to the frame. You see it makes where it slides up. You can see it down below here. What I was gonna make sure to tell you is these T anchors right here. I use them a lot. They come in different sizes. This is a larger one. I think they're 2 or 1 inch, inch and a half. And they really support when you have to butt these boards straight up like that. You see, I put a T brace there, and then underneath it, I put an inch and a half L brace. And together, I put one on both sides. That makes that leg really, really strong. See, I put one on the other side too. So I've got it braced in 4 places, and that leg, it just won't go anywhere. You can see down below there, I used them down there too for that brace. When you're making a butt to butt like that, edge, it works really good. So basically that's the only kind of braces I really needed. The L braces, I used a 2 inch and I used an inch and a half. And then these T braces, I used, I forget, they might be a 3 inch brace. And I can't remember the sizes of that exactly. Down below, you can see where I used some of the smaller T braces. And this is where I anchored it to my car. Yours may not have anything available like that, but mine did. So I used that to anchor it there. And then I anchored the bed frame to it on both sides so that this back end, it won't move at all. It is just as strong as can be. Now I'll show you the front.